Hello, and welcome back to Belmont Bunch once again. Change of setting for maybe only this one, unless I like it a lot or it gets 10 million views. The Islanders win 6-1 in a nice little comeback game, and also their first win against Philly all year. So that's fun. The Isles, they showed up big time. There were a lot of lineup changes, and a lot of them came out fantastic. One of them was a little bit mixed, but we'll talk about it. The Isles came out of the gate storming Carter Hart, throwing a lot of pucks on net, getting pucks in deep, other coach cliches. And they get rewarded for it. They get a power play. They finally score on a power play. Pajot off of, it was a good play to get the puck to Wallstrom. He throws it towards the net. It gets blocked. Lands right on Pajot's his one stick. And he throws it in, the yawning cage. And it's 1-0 Islanders. Not too long after. In fact, the 3 goals were scored in just under a 4-minute span. Jordan Eberle, he's able to find a loose puck in front of the crease. This is Leo's positive contribution to the game. Just getting in Carter Hart's face, getting a funny moment where there's a picture taken of them staring at each other and it looks like it's right out of some awful hockey movie, like The Love Guru. And it's 2-0 Isles from there. Eberle needed this. This was the game, the get well game for a lot of guys. Pajot hadn't scored in a while, he scores. Eberle hadn't scored in a while, he scores. Cizikas, they don't really depend on him for scoring, but he had a very solid game. He was the best player on the ice tonight. And he would get rewarded for his tenacity and later in the game, his awesome penalty killing. A great steal, just strips the puck straight up, goes in, just beats Hart, and that's the 3rd goal in 3 minutes and 52 seconds. And the Islanders are just all over Philly. And it had to be a little bit cathartic, the way that they've struggled against Philly. And then they just storm the gates. And Cizikas would get a second on a bit of a fortunate, not really a fortunate bounce. This is a puck that's passed to him, and he just rips it top corner. Cizikas doing a good job against Gustafsson, who had hit him in the corner, but wasn't paying enough attention to the puck. And then Cizikas beats him there and rips it home. Also of note, Thomas Hickey kind of drove the play on the Eberle goal. Thomas Hickey had 2 assists in this game. Generally played a really good game. And I kind of want him in the lineup at least for a little bit longer. Give him a shot at, kind of winning the role away from maybe Green or Mayfield, depending on how those guys play. And Green took a penalty tonight that gave a little bit of life to the Flyers. So Green is not in my... I don't think of him very positively at the moment. Farabee would get one before the end of the period. That made it a little bit interesting for a little bit. That was a rare Pellich bad play where he kind of just gets ridden off the puck legally and turns it to a 2-on-1, and it gets ripped home by Farabee. Not much anyone could do about it once Pellich went down. So, you know that there's still 40 minutes of play and 3 goals. The Islanders scored 3 goals in 5 minutes the other night. And they scored 3 goals in a 3-minute span in this game. So goals can come in bunches, especially when the Islanders play Philly this year. And luckily for the Islanders, they play it just good enough in the second. They get bailed out by a couple of Sorokin saves. Sorokin played pretty well, and that's exciting to see because this was a weird, you want to stop a streak. And usually, you go to Varley to be the stopper. And, this was kind of not a wake-up game, kind of a huge growth game for Sorokin where they're like, all right, you got to be the stopper. And he did it. He had a big save in the second period during a flurry where the Flyers had a ton of chances. And he robbed kind of a one-timer in close or, just like a snapshot in close. And that was big. That was a huge moment because 4-2 was a lot closer. And yeah, the Isles were able to see out the period. Third period, they get fortunate on a few misplays by the Flyers. Beauvillier with the great hand-eye to knock a puck down. Bo then finishing off the play after it gets tapped in by Nelson. And Bailey just gets handed a goal by Carter Hart. Carter Hart is just Ron Hextall might have been right about, hey, maybe we shouldn't, bring him in right away, and maybe we should let him develop a little bit. Nah, we'll just throw him in, and also you're fired, Ron. So, yeah, the Flyers right now, the goaltending, not it. And this is a big game in the standings because the Islanders want to put basically one of the only teams competing for a playoff spot left that isn't already in, to kind of put them away. And even though, actually that could be the Rangers. The Rangers are kind of surging, and they kind of did us a favor tonight by beating the Caps. And so the Isles are tied for first, but they're not in first because more games played by the Isles. Anyway, Cizikas was incredible. Thomas Hickey was really, really good. 2 assists. I don't know how... Sorokin was good, but first star of the game, it's Casey. I'm sorry. But, yeah. I mean, they picked the right 3 stars. Just... Casey's number 1, man. Casey was the best guy on the ice tonight. Anyway, interested to see what lineup decisions will stick. Leo on the top line, like I said, had a moment there where he created some havoc in front. But that was more of Hickey being able to put the puck in front and Leo just being goofy. And that's what we use him for. His goofy per 60, highest in the league. So that's it. That's the video. We'll see you next time, Monday. And I even have been doing some research on trade options for the Islanders. Derek Brassard scored a hat trick tonight, and I just want everyone to know that for no particular reason. Okay, that's the video. Goodbye now.